All right, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are on this planet. Thank you guys for tuning in right now. My name is Mike Ross, and of course, I am joined here with Ebonic Plague. Welcome back. We are here. Oh, nice shirt. Look at that. Look like we matching, huh?
Oh yeah. It totally not even planned. Or I guess we should
Nice.
probably pretend it was planned. I don't know which sounds cooler.
Well, I mean, yeah, we got the discussions through wardrobe, so we just put on whatever they handed us. We're
Yes, of
here,
course.
yeah, we're here right now. We're about to get into the North Regional Finals right now, and we just want to remind everybody. Let's take a look at what some of these players already got just for registering in this tournament. We got the prizing up there. Oh, look at that. Exclusive skins again for everybody that is participating. And it's still not too late if you guys want to get your hands on some of these so you can flex in those wonderful airship lobbies out there in the game. And not just that, I think we have a look at who has made it thus far into the bracket as well, getting down to the final four. We're going to see Skyfarer versus Beppa. Is that right, Ebony Play?
Yeah, I think it's Peppa. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it.
Got you. And we're possibly going to see a fairy mirror match in the winners finals. This is possible. Don't quote me on this. We're just taking a logical guess right here. And moving on to the loser side, we got Callisto, which I verified with you, is also known as
It is BG Callisto. That's correct.
right.
Yes, yeah.
The man who has streamed thousands and thousands of tournaments versus Jukum, and that possibly could be a Catalina versus a Lancelot.
Yes.
Not too sure. Don't quote me on that, but we'll see what happens.
That's what I'm telling you. So if anybody wants to make fun of you and quote
Gotcha.
anybody, they can blame it on me. Okay.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. Go see Ebonic if you got problems with it. Okay. Now, with this said, you've seen this bracket. I think you were mentioning too. This is a predominantly Illinois.
Yes, yeah. So there's
tournament
3
that-
Illinois, 1 Canada, right? So
Okay.
that's the crazy part about it. But if anybody's been in the Granblue community for a little while, you've already known that the Midwest is kind of cracked at this game, right? So they're not. It's not like too big of a surprise that whichever region would house the Midwest. For the community league would have a lot of people from at least Illinois, right? So
No surprises there. And do you have any possible recommendation or prediction as for who you think is the player to watch here, who might be the one to finish on the top?
yeah, so this is gonna be a little biased
Okay. Be
because
biased.
this is gonna be a little biased because I've been watching this player for quite some time in multiple games. When Granblue first started, before that, etc., etc. But Beppa is probably my biased pick, quote unquote.
Okay.
Right? And I think this is gonna be the first time for the community league that I'm going with a bias pick rather than than anything else. But so Peppa is the person to watch for me personally because the prowess that I've seen them exude throughout multiple games, not just Granblue, but also in Granblue, because I mean, if you go back and watch a lot of offline Granblue stuff, they're very dominant. They have exuded such promise, and I mean, it's only shown through and through in their placings through a lot of Granblue events, right? And they've done most of it with Fairy. I'm sure that they've messed around with other characters at any other point, but like Fairy has been like the character, right? They're one of the fairies that were on the map even after the fairy changes and things like that, right? Nice. So they're definitely one of the people that I personally think everybody should just look out for. They're one of the mid best, right?
Okay.
So
Oh, nice turn. Okay, straight from mid best. I like that. Okay. And I love watching Fairy. I hate playing against Fairy, but I love watching Fairy.
the classic.
On screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to get have to deal with all those pressure and mix
Keep
up
her over there.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
I'll be over here as long as she's over there. She's okay. But if she's over here, I'm not about her.
Yep. I can enjoy Fairy from a safe distance. Well, yeah. And again, by all means, I don't think anybody's going to take too much offense if you're showing your bias like that. I support it. I can't wait to see if you're right. I'm gonna be looking out to see what they do with that Fairy play. I think if the players are ready, we might be ready to go right now. We're gonna check.
Yeah, I mean, like
Oh,
while
we're
we're
waiting
waiting
for
for that, specifically, it's like if I'm to talk about anybody else though, like this winners finals is very apt for me. I think these are 2 of the strongest people that you can absolutely see in the entirety of the bracket, right? To be in winners finals, they're so good, and I cannot wait for you to, for everybody at home to just be able to kind of see this in, like, in action.
Right.
Because it could be the mirror, and a lot of people are not going to be super happy about a mirror match for sure. Which also, by the way, I didn't even get to touch on that. Like, a fairy mirror match is super rare. Incredibly rare. I was not expecting a fairy mirror match like right off the bat, but you know, sometimes miracles happen, right?
Yes. And again, that's another thing too. Like, I like to see fairy mirror matches. You know, it's because both players are fighting, they're competing for spacing. You know, once they get in, are they going to get to like the crazy mix-ups, instant overhead setups, and all that kind of nonsense? I enjoy fairy mirror matches. Not many times do I enjoy mirror matches in a game, in a fighting game, but
specific characters. I heard it. Yeah, I heard Matera.
Are they getting ready?
Yeah, so they're ready to go. So I didn't hear the Matera.
Oh snap! Okay, let's go right into it.
So the thing I was gonna mention, but that's actually still applicable to this matchup for Skyfarer. Skyfarer is one of the players who has I was just gonna say it. Dang it! So one of the things that I was gonna mention about the mirror match possibility was that like with Punish game is really important because Fairy she leaves hurt boxes out, right? And so when hurt boxes are out, you get with Punish pretty hardcore, and Skyfarer is showing that immediately. Fairy has been, or excuse me, Matera has been a character that Skyfarer has been playing for quite a bit, and has even given zombies some trouble, is what I will say. So.
Okay. We'll see what Zombie has to say about that at a later time. Oh, nice.
Hey, that matchup's really weird, all right? So, but yeah, anyway. But there's the plus frames right here on the shift, and so Beppa tried to be able to get out off of the rush. Right, but the plus frames made it a little too difficult, and Skyfarer knew that. Immediately goes for the fastest low button so that jump out is impossible, and just capitalizes off of it.
Yeah, I like to see, also, I don't know, I just like a lot of the way the characters play in this game, but yeah, Matera is also really cool to see how he can navigate around fairy zoning. Just ignoring it completely, just completely rushing down.
There's no zoning to be had here. This is a complete rush down, and this is from one of the characters that most people consider to be the zoner, right? Is Matera, but
that's right.
Good lord, tried to go for the throw bait. There was the plus frames on it, and yeah.
Oh, Beppa just instantly going in for the rematch. Not gonna take a second.
Yeah, I think that's one of those moments where like you just kind of get washed in a game, and that'll just happen, right? And so you kind of know just all right, where did I go wrong? It was at round start, so there's only one thing to think about.
And again, just to remind people as well, this is a 2 out of 3 winners finals. Oh, whoa.
Yeah, using the back shift to get out, using that invincibility, right, to be able to get away from the GG setup. Ooh, but EX Beppo, that's the Dragon Punch there. That is the one with invincibility.
That's right. Again, we're back in the same situation as before. Good.
Ooh, overdrive. Yeah, so I love that decision from Beppa, right? You use the overdrive invincibility to not have to deal with the high-low mix-up off of this effort jump, which is Matera's unique action, right? Is that she has the ability to do those little short hops. And so use the overdrive, and that's going to get you around the mix-up. Now you're going to go for the super.
All right.
Skybound Art is on deck. That's going to stop a lot of these projectiles, but it only has, so much time.
Yeah. And it is not completely full screen. Oh.
Overdrive comes out, and that's going to bring it into chip range. Yeah, so Overdrive actually does do damage when it connects, right? And you're going to get increased damage on everything that you do, so the chip damage is going to be immense on those specials. Oh, the throw bait right there with the dive kick.
All right, finally Beppa gets some momentum going. Oh, nice.
Another set of plus frames, finally catching the jump out right there. Oh, Heinrichten activated, so now you're going to be able to just reverse beat. Basically what Heinrichten does is it allows you to cancel normals into other normals regardless of strength, right? Oh, yeah, from the Dragon Punch.
Relentless pressure game.
I definitely agree. Relentless is the right word. Monstrous, even.
It doesn't stop. Yeah, it just does not stop.
That GG setup, and oh wow, the Abare pressing buttons to get out. EX, you get that corner, but there's the Dragon Punch. Yeah, that has not been used a ton by Beppa, but it's been paying off.
Yeah. When used, it works.
Yeah,
down the wire right here.
That swing just to get over was real good. Wow, the 5U is an anti-air? There's no way that was intentional.
Oh my god. Didn't watch the beat. Skyfarer taking it 2-0 versus Beppa. That was, I don't know. I don't know what they could have done in that situation. It was just probably unexpected. Maybe, you know, maybe was looking for the fairy mirror match.
No, I don't think the character pick was unexpected, but the level of control was probably unexpected, right? Because there was just like a masterful like geometry class going on there, right? Like they just like the proper angles on the fireballs, right? Pretty much. And just like the timings too. The first game was all offense, right?
Yes.
But then the second game, this is where the I wasn't ready came in, because the second game was all zoning, and Beppa just could not get anywhere near Skyfarer, right? That was just, it felt impossible.
Completely changed up the game style. I mean, even the first game, you're probably still a little bit flustered from it. That was complete rush down. It was just absolutely insane. And when you rush right into that rematch, you know, you may not have given yourself time to process, wait, what just happened? You know, what can I do to keep them away from me next time? But it just didn't matter because, like you said, then they did stay away. And it was like to their advantage, the zoning aspect of it. But definitely congrats to Skyfarer. You did say it was going to be, you know, one of these players that was going to be the ones to kind of look out for. It's not over for Beppa. They're going to move down to the losers finals, where they will be playing the winner between Callisto and Jukum.
Yeah. So that'll be our next matchup in the losers bracket. So that is going to be the final chance for one of those two. But Callisto and Jukum, these two have been, I would say, proponents for Granblue since the game came out, right? Callisto in particular has been one of the big community heads for sure. You talked about how Callisto, you know, has streamed pretty much every tournament on the planet at this point.
That's why I wanted to double check that with you. I was like, wait, you know, there could be, you know, multiple Callistos in the bracket. I don't know. You know, just wanted
I mean, you're not wrong. There's a lot of people who share very similar tags, right?
That's right.
For sure. But yeah, so like Callisto has definitely been one of the pillars of community-based anything, and this is a community league, right? And so Callisto has not just been one of the pillars for Granblue, but also just a pillar for Illinois, right? And this is one of those situations where both of these players are from the same area and they know each other. So I mean, we talk about this in tournaments all the time. This is like a beaten to the ground phrasing, but I'm gonna say it again. Because they know each other, you might see some weird stuff because they're trying to catch each other off guard. Like,
yeah. I hear that. Yeah, exactly. You gotta play a little bit unorthodox, or some might call it random, but it is not. It is calculated.
And I mean, you saw that EX lunge right there from Callisto got hit immediately by the fireball from Jukum. That was, you know, just trying to catch that possibility of a lunge from ever coming out, right? Because if Callisto gets an EX lunge, that's a free knockdown, right? And then can run the frame trap game plan. And, but the counter in here, that's a good starter, and it's gonna be in a good setup too. Ooh, but the drop.
Or was it? Yeah. Looked like it almost got converted into something nice.
Okay. That's a mark of a good player, right? Is if you never know if it's truly a drop or if they were trying to make it a setup.
Yep. Okay. So, I haven't had a chance to see this match yet in this league.
Yeah, no, these two characters are not super popular again. Lancelot a little bit more, but wow, the Skybound art to try to catch a meaty, but Callisto with no punish on that. Yeah, full conversion here, however. There it is.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Big damage. Look at that life bar melt a second ago, right? With the super Skybound art. Big damage here.
It's gonna be a little bit left.
Yeah, just barely alive. But I mean, now you're in the setup, right? So there is the DP possibility. The Dragon Punch doesn't kill? I thought for sure.
That was a ridiculous reaction. Oh my gosh.
You saw that Jukum stood up too. That's the interesting part, is Jukum stood up, so I thought for sure was gonna block that, but no, Callisto with the good call out on the universal overhead. Using that jump U, that is one of the best jump in normals in the entirety of the game. It may have an extended hurt box, but oh boy, is it hard to anti-air.
I'm gonna say in the history of fighting games, that's one of the best jump-in buttons I've ever seen.
That is a bold statement. I'm not gonna lie.
Bold statement. Quote me. I don't care. Oh my gosh.
Well, you want to talk about bold statements? Callisto making a statement right there in round number 2 with a perfect, super strong offense, super strong play to put Jukum on. Well, I mean, you know, Jukum's sweating.
Yeah, this is right. All right, let's see what kind of response Jukum has. Seeing what Callisto is willing to do to get this win here.
Yeah, and I mean, you're noticing a lot of these lunges from Catalina. Normally, those are punishable on block, right? But if you space those properly, Catalina can't be punished from certain ranges by most characters. There's some characters who have the ability to do so, but it just gets real difficult. And wow, what a jump light to be able to catch on the other side after that lunge. You can really tell Callisto has brought the A game.
Yep, nice. Here it is, that pressure.
Trying to keep those guard strings going. The back shift to be able to get away. Has used all 100 meter at this point. Ooh, caught the rush with a grab. I mean, it's only strike and bull, right? So
that's insane.
And oh, there's that jump for the air to air. Yeah, we talk about it being a strong jump in button, but oh boy, air to air, it's gonna work out too. And now you're gonna be able to get the punish of the dragon punch. Good damage. Has the setup right here afterwards. Overhead is gonna get blocked, and yeah, that's gonna be Jukum's turn. Possibly gonna be able to get out of the corner now. That's a hard knockdown. What's the setup here? Ooh, tried to go for that. Yeah, the throw bait with the 5H right there.
Callisto's just on point. Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was a super strong option select right there.
Some space here. Jukum needs a miracle right now to bring this back.
Yeah, he's gonna have to pick all of the proper spots. But I mean, look at Callisto's like option choosing timing, right? The 2M at just proper spacing, good timing. But there, okay, whip punish. Hold on.
This is what's needed.
Oh, he caught it! Just barely at the edge of it. It was just far enough away. I mean, it looks like Jukum was trying to bait out something, most likely a throw, if you're up that close, but it looks like Skyboundar is just far enough away horizontally to be able to catch the back end of the dash. Yeah, and Callisto.
Callisto taking it. I thought Jukum was going to be able to sneak it out there at the end and perform that much needed miracle, but nah. Callisto was too solid. Defense was on point. The offense was crazy. Reaction DPs to all of Lancelot's crazy mix-ups and jump-ins. Being impressive. I don't know if that was a read or reaction on that throw earlier, but it's just absolutely insane. But like you said, they play each other a lot, so they knew the outcome before it started, perhaps.
One other thing I got to know from Callisto right there, in particular, was never showing fear, right? You saw that Callisto had gotten stopped at a couple of avenues on whip punish, and then would press a button immediately after, because it was one of those situations where Callisto wasn't going to get knocked down from that whip punish, right? So and they were just far enough away in a situation that you may be plus, but you're not plus enough that that distance is going to make it so that you can stop me if I just press another button. And Catalina is great at mid-range buttons, so she's still in her wheelhouse despite the fact that she got hit right there. So Callisto just like playing the character strength to the advantage and just continuing to swing after getting hit regardless.
Yeah, and we're gonna see exactly, how good that swinging is gonna do. As Callisto will move on to face with Beppa, and I guess we're gonna assume to see some Catalina versus Fairy. I don't want to lock that in case we do see some kind of character switch at the last minute. That's a bit unexpected, but in that matchup, I do think, and again, you have way more knowledge than I do on just in general, I think that Catalina might have a slight advantage. All Catalina needs is one little connection of that sword, and that the pressures just becomes like really hard to deal with for Fairy.
Yeah, I'm kind of hard pressed to specifically say that Catalina has the advantage. The one thing I am gonna say for sure though, that if the whiff punish game is on point from Callisto, which I mean, I don't know, we saw how solid he was just a moment ago, then then Fairy is absolutely gonna have a hard time being able to do that kind of stuff, right? Because defensively, Fairy's not amazingly strong, right? She has to use an EX Dragon Punch just to be able to get away from things. Otherwise, she's basically at the mercy of a character with some of the best frame trap ability that you can have now that Rushdown's been put in for her, right? And so that's very, very important. But your assessment could be correct. I'm not saying it's not. But what I am specifically looking out for is the whiff punish game, because if Callisto can get that whiff punish game going, then the defense is a little bit more difficult for Fairy.
I like that. So we're gonna have to observe and see. You're calling it the battle of the whiff punish. If Callisto can get those whiff punishes in, then we should see some success there. Obviously, the Peppa's gonna just have to have the zoning and the pressure on point. Can't allow any mistakes to happen. That's going to be coming up in the losers finals, while Skyfair waits patiently, comfortably in grand finals. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will resume with the losers' final action. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back, everybody. Hope you grabbed yourself some refreshments. It is almost time for us to get into this losers finals bracket, but let's take a look again and remind y'all out there what the players have gotten thus far just for even signing up and entering this tournament. They are all entitled to grab these exclusive in-game skins. This is going out to everybody that signed up and participated in the Granblue tournament. Nice skins. Ebonic Plague, which character would you have? Which character would you be rocking?
I picked Narmaya because that's just my main character. So I would really like the Beelzebub one as well because it's another character I play. But like, you get one. I think you get one. I don't remember. But
the rest.
Yeah,
you get one. So, some people are probably going to try to game the system, but it will not work. They will not get like 100 skins, but they will get one for competing.
Yes.
I know some people try to sign up 100
It is
times.
just competing, just like you're saying.
Yep.
You can just show up on tournament day, play your matches. You don't have to win the tournament to get these skins. You just get them, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All those last place monsters out there will get something for their hard efforts. And here we go. Yep, looking at the losers bracket now. We're going to be coming up with Beppa versus Callisto. Again, this is we're talking about it a little bit earlier. Might see some Fairy versus Catalina here.
Yeah, I think it's pretty likely.
Yeah, I like how you worded it. You said the key component here is going to be if Callisto can get those whiff punishes. If Callisto's landing the whiff punishes properly, we might see some success there. But Beppa has to play the perfect spacing game and shake the dust off from their match earlier with Skyfarer.
Yeah, it's whip punishes, and the other component that I didn't get a chance to talk about, which I mean is fine because we got plenty of time. We're definitely going to see it during the match. Is air control, right? Okay. Because if say Callisto is on point on those whip punishes, right? Getting sweeps as a whip punish on 2Ms from Fairy or whatnot, knocking her down. Then you have to stop Fairy from starting to jump up after tossing like a GG and then doing the whip to float her way through, or dive kick or what have you, right? These are the areas that you have to control, and this is kind of what we saw Skyfarer do versus Beppa in the winner set, and so that's what Callisto's gonna have to look out for. So because of that, Beppa has to take that information and go, well, okay, Callisto and I have played quite a bit, right? This is a marquee matchup for Illinois, I would personally say, and so because of that, these two definitely know each other. And have definitely played each other. I've watched some of the Illinois tournaments where they've run into each other, right? And so has to think about this exact thing. What is Catalina strong at? Yeah. It's that mid-range, and it's the ability to whiff punish. It's the ability to control airspace, right? She's got a great anti-air, and she gets high damage off of it, especially now with the rushdown mechanic. So those are the factors that Beppa is going to be looking at, and again, I talked about how I have that kind of like biased choice in Beppa.
Yep.
And that's because I've seen specifically what they do, what they're capable of in terms of adaptation, and what they're capable of in terms of character knowledge. And they have that there. They know how to control the screen. They know how to control their opponent. And so with that knowledge, Beppa is one of the hardest people to stop from doing stuff. So this is one of the reasons why I'm very biased in that regard. But again, Callisto has been playing out of his mind that last match, so I can only imagine that it's going to be very difficult to slow him down.
And I get it. And yeah, when you see somebody that has that ability, the high level of adaptation and whatnot, yeah, you definitely want to see them win. You want to see, you're also more impressed when you see them get stopped, because that means it shows like the level of play that their opponent had to deal with. So yeah, I'm with you on that, and I do want to see, unfortunately, Beppa had a little bit of trouble in the winner side versus Skyfarer, but we'll see if they got some adaptation or adjustments, perhaps reset the mind, use that break wisely, and pondered everything that happened, what kind of adjustments need to be made. I'm curious to see what happens next.
Yeah. And it's funny. I just remembered that one of the things I mentioned before the break about this in particular matchup is that we were talking about the defensive capabilities of Fairy and how they're a little bit lackluster, right? It's basically system mechanics. She does have an EXDP, so that's great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But her EXDP is not as strong as some of the other characters in the game. And that's for good reason, right? You can't give a Zoner too strong of a DP.
Can't give him everything.
But Catalina's Dragon Punch is also one that is it's very easy to punish if you're looking out for it, right?
Uh-huh.
Now the problem with that, however, is Fairy does extend her hurt box on some of those normals, so you might actually just be able to Dragon Punch in situations that are a bit far away, and so it kind of slows down Beppa's decision making on wanting to zone without making sure something else is out first to make Callisto not want to do that. But you know, these are all on paper things. We're no longer on paper. We are right in the match.
Yeah.
We're ready to go. Losers finals. Beppa Callisto. Here we are. There it is. We're already seeing it.
Yeah.
We're already seeing that slowness to try and get like the whip punish game going. They don't want to press buttons in certain areas, right? Because mid-range right there, Callisto was basically an advantage due to Catalina's strength in that area, right? So Beppa pressed nothing, but now they're further away. Beppa is starting to press a lot more buttons.
Again, like just the overall patience in this matchup it's different than what we've seen thus far in this tournament. Both players respecting each other, not wanting to overcommit.
Yeah, until there's a knockdown, it's all respect, very little overconnect. But the second there's a knockdown, it's hit the gas, right?
Yep.
But you only want to hit the gas when it's advantageous because you know either one has a Dragon Punch, and that's why Callisto kind of backed off, right? Trying to give Beppa a little bit room to hang themselves, but no, they're going to be using the Skybound art to try and, you know, get that space back, right? I was in the corner, but now you are. You had to respect me. And there's the whip punish. Yep. That's the counter adaptation on the game plan. Callisto wants to try to whip punish the long normals of Fairy. So you think Callisto's going to do delayed buttons, right? And so Beppa delays the buttons even further to get a whip punish right back. Heinrichten activated.
Oh my gosh, here we go. We're going to see some... No, we're not going to see anything. Just patience.
That overdrive's going to connect because of the extended hurt box right there. That's really good for Callisto, and now you're getting chip damage on the normals, you're getting extra chip damage on the fireballs. Callisto is starting to recognize that, hey, I've got to move forward. There's 13 seconds left on the clock. Oh, got the knockdown. That's really good for Callisto, but the EXTP. And overdrive is not available for Beppa right now.
Oh, the patience. What?
0 seconds, and Callisto is unfortunately not going to... I don't know if they were looking at the clock. I don't know if they noticed. I really don't.
Yeah, I thought we were expecting some kind of, you have to do something at that point, but choosing to do nothing, it only suggests that you didn't see the time at all.
That's gonna hurt a lot. That's the best starter in the game for everybody universally.
That's right. And look at how upset Callisto is from not looking at the clock earlier.
This is angry Callisto. Violent Callisto, if you will.
That's right. Shin Callisto.
Yeah, Shin allowed was last time. This is violent Callisto.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, the EX lunge. That's really good for Beppa. At the very least, it took away the EX lunge. But Callisto still has rushdown to be able to get back in, right? EX lunge is getting ready to come back. It's back now. And so you're still playing with such a big life deficit.
You know, and even in these situations, you can't count Fairy out.
I would totally agree. Fairy definitely has the ability, right? And I mean, look at the bar that Beppa is building. One of the things that Beppa has been known for throughout Granblue's lifespan is being able to get 2 Skybound arts in a single round, which is a little rare.
Yeah.
Oh, but there it is, the 2M.
Yep. Clip the ankles there. Yeah, this matchup is pretty intense. Not nice.
Yeah, that's that footsie game. It's definitely going to be intense the entire time. If this matchup goes 2-1, it'll be the longest 2-1 we'll see in this entire league. I guarantee you.
Right. Jeez, that Katarina damage.
Yeah. And didn't have Skybound art to be able to finish it off. Luckily for Beppa, so that gives another chance. But Callisto is just looking too strong. And there's the 2M off of the throw tech situation.
Jeez.
Callisto. See, this is why Callisto streams, is because if he was unleashed upon the world.
That's right. Again, yeah, that's why I was sure. I was like, wait a minute. This the Callisto right here?
This is one of the reasons why we talked about it being a marquee matchup for Illinois. And I mean, hey, you can see it in play right now. But there, finally, a drop from Callisto into the punish that's going to give Beppa a chance. Was looking out for Dragon Punch, has set up into the GG, and was trying to do safe pressure to get away from that Dragon Punch. I'm sorry, that anti-air into sweep was hot. That was real good. Okay, there's the instant overhead right there, and that's going to finish it off for Beppa. That is the offense that is as strong as you were talking about previously, as strong as you were talking about in the winter set, is once she is able to do that, she can just basically, gosh, I forget the verbiage you used, but it was perfect. It was apt.
It'll come back to me.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Because I mean, like right now we're seeing it, right? It's relentless, I believe. Is what you
yeah,
said.
oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, the 2M to get under the fireball, that was great timing.
Oh, is it? Nope. Every time I see GG out there, I'm always expecting an instant overhead.
That's the thing, though, is you start expecting the instant overhead over and over, and then they go low, and you're just like, well, I look like a fool.
Yeah.
Over the corner, just gonna immediately go for the ball. Skybound art, and that should finish it off. Yep. And what a turnaround that was for Beppa. We saw just a completely different game plan right there, and that's the adaptation that we had mentioned prior to the match start. Is that Beppa? Just give me a minute to figure out how you're playing. I could adapt to it. It is possible for me to do so.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Oh, there's the 5H though. And the 5H is really good as just a tool to hit randomly in neutral because it makes the opponent kind of second guess how they should be doing things, right? Because you take like a big chunk of damage from just the 5H alone. However, EX Lunge is going to get a knockdown. Or excuse me, that wasn't EX. That was just medium.
Alright, should be good right now. Sorry about that.
There it is again. Oh yeah, really wanting those whip punishes. And I like that from Beppa. Yeah, that side switch was guaranteed because Beppa decided to not do anything after putting GG out, because then the onus is on Callisto to press buttons, and now you have to deal with Einrichten.
Last thing you want to deal with is press buttons while GG is out there staring right at you. Ooh.
Just barely alive on that. The combo limit saving Callisto, but yeah, you've not got enough health to survive the rest of it.
Oh man, Beppa's on match point right now.
Just a complete turnaround from that first game. And again, using that 2M to try to get under the fireballs. Didn't work out 100% that time. So Callisto does get closer to the corner. And that's an important moment right there, because the more that mishap happens, the more Callisto is going to feel okay pressing the fireballs. And there's the light wall. We haven't been seeing that offensively. We've been seeing it defensively. But offensively is also another strong way to use it. Oh, the jump over, but no punish!
Oh my god.
Was that an OS? I'm curious. 5L into 5H? That could be. You know, I'll have to figure that out later. There's the rush to get the plus frames right here, pushing Beppa closer to the corner. Callisto maybe feeling a bit too pressured despite having the life lead right now. This is just going in super hard, but there it is! The perfect spacing for the EX Lunge, the perfect timing on the GG call. What a piece! Final game, final round.
That reaction was absolutely ridiculous right there. GG barely left Barry's hands.
Oh, and yeah, Beppa was caught trying to anti-air that jump-in right there, but you mentioned that's one of the strongest jump-ins you've ever seen.
Told you it's ridiculous. I mean, you know that. I'm sure you felt it.
Oh yeah, I played it as it before. When I first played Catalina, I was like, this is the button. But you know, she's got buttons for days, and she's able to get to the corner. The setup right here. Oh, offensive overdrive setup. And that's going to give chip damage possibilities. Beppa is fighting heavily on the back foot. Yeah, has to overdrive, but there's the punish. So GG ran out just in time. Beppa felt okay overdriving there because GG was in front. So if you try to press any buttons, GG can save you. But there's two factors there. GG was running out already, so there's no more active hitbox. And two, the tip of the EX Lunge is all that matters in that particular situation. So if the tip is just over the GG, it's not going to walk into the GG's hitbox, and so Callisto is not going to have to worry about it. So whether GG was about to run out or not, that was just a perfectly spaced EX Lunge. It was just such a strong call out, and Callisto is going to be taking it over Beppa in the losers finals 2-1 right here.
Yeah, Callisto playing absolutely phenomenal. That Catalina gameplay is too much to deal with right now. You know, again, congrats to Beppa for getting third place this tournament. We are going to move over to the grand finals in just a moment. We are going to take another quick break. let the players get a chance to set up and everything. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back very soon. All right, we're back right now. Thank you for your patience, and again, thank you, Ebonic Plague, for you know, handling handling stuff while things are going crazy over here. Appreciate it.
Sure.
I do like the fact that as we were away for a second, I looked in the chat real quick, and I like that BG Callisto did express how their cat is doing.
So if you don't know, if you do not know, when this game first came, well, okay, maybe it was a little bit after it came out, but like BG Callisto said emphatically that long after this game is dust, one thing will remain, and it is that my cat is nice.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I love that. There's nothing better. Nothing I like more than seeing that absolute confidence, the pure confidence in a player's character. So now that we know that there's no doubts, no question at hand about the niceness of the cat, we are going to get a chance to see how nice that cat is versus Skyfarer in Grand Finals.
Yeah, versus the Matera, right? This is a character who a lot less people are playing nowadays, and has gotten better with the system mechanic changes too. So you got to be ready for her, because I mean, Skyfarer is already looking unstoppable with that winner set. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that was definitely super convincing in the winners bracket. Again, there is a possibility that we could see a fairy pulled out. But after what you saw what Callisto did to Beppa's Fairy, maybe Skyfarer might just rock with the Matera on this one.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? You got 2 sets to work with. There's a chance that you can kind of play around with it, because if you don't know, maybe you're new to fighting games, or maybe you're new to how tournament brackets are. You just been playing Granblue online. You saw this for the first time. A lot of tournaments run on a double elimination format, and so. That means you have 2 chances. If you lose one game or lose one set, you can play another one in what we call the losers bracket. And if you lose in the losers bracket, that's it. That's your final chance, right? So this extends all the way to grand finals. The person who makes it to grand finals on winner's side does still have their 2 chances available to them. So whomever comes from losers has an uphill battle. They got to beat that person twice.
Yeah. So we'll see. I think both the players are ready to roll. Pardon me, they're not just ready yet. We're getting getting some last minute button checks in right before we start. This is going to be quite a chaotic set. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be just whoever gets in is just gonna probably just maul the other person. I'm assuming. Whoa.
Yeah. So one of the interesting things though is we did talk about Catalina's DP being a bit better than that of Fairy's, right? So in the offensive moments that we saw in the winner set of Beepaw versus Skyfarer, there was not as many times where the Dragon Punch was as applicable, because Beepaw was, and smartly I will add, not using it too often.
Yeah.
But Catalina's is a little bit more scary, right? It has a little bit more horizontal range. And then there's also the factor of that EX lunge or regular lunge, right?
Yeah.
And we've seen that Callisto's spacing is just on point. So.
Yeah.
I thought that was gonna wall bounce. I was gonna lose it. But look at the air-to-air right there.
Love that.
Callisto is showing zero mercy. Does not want to allow someone to escape when he wishes to be violent. And this is violent Callisto.
That's right. You said it. Oh. Skyfarer taking the turn now.
Butterflies are set up. Oh, that's guaranteed. That's ridiculous. Oh, that setup is ridiculous.
Insane. Yeah, these are going to be, just high damage situations left and right.
Yeah, and I mean, that's again, one of we're seeing the buff to, well, it's not even a buff directly to Terra, right? They added these system mechanics, and it indirectly buffs Matera. It gives her extra damage where she would not have had it. Overdrive is already making you do a lot more damage, right? And then she gets in a plus situation after she activates Overdrive. The butterfly is on you, so if you don't block whatever comes next, she gets a full combo into all that extra damage for basically free. That's what you saw.
I'll try to get that opportune spacing here.
And the movement from Skyfarer is just making it impossible for Callisto to be in the proper spacing.
Yeah.
You can just tell that so many proper decisions, but finally the wrong fireball. As soon as I say proper decision, there's a wrong one. Oh my god, the shimmy! Help!
Oh, nice. I'll try to get the air-to-air again.
Another overdrive right out, and that's going to be able to get away from those butterflies. But, oh, right back into the butterflies. Luckily for Callisto, though, one went away just before that overhead connected. There's the plus frames trying to jump out, looking for that air throw as well.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, what a chase down! What a hard read from Callisto! There was no option select there. Yeah. That was all mental.
That wasn't. Yeah. That was a select. Oh my god. I love that.
Yeah, and I feel like Callisto is recognizing that the jump is going to happen, but just hasn't recognized the timing properly in a couple of instances. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, Dragon Punch is out. Yep. And there's that extra range that comes into play.
Ooh. Good positioning. Nice empty jump.
I like these empty jumps to be able to get away, and yeah, Callisto has just become ungovernable.
That overhead would have been massive if it hit.
Skyfarer able to get out because that overhead didn't hit. It's going to steal some plus frames. No anti-air on this one. There's the throw, though. Didn't get the throw in the corner. Got the hit on this one. Skyfarer is trying to have no fear, but Callisto preying upon it, and no! Okay, so never mind. Still having no fear the entire time. Callisto thought maybe Skyfarer would have a little bit of fear after the last 2 times the hard callouts came. But no. I mean, remember, Skyfarer has two sets to work with in a 3 out of 5. Like,
yeah. That is something, right? That's something to think about. You can definitely play a little more risky, you know? You could afford to lose to drop some damage. Oh.
That universal overhead. Oh, but yeah, strike invul. Doesn't matter if you're falling with the best jump in button in the game.
Yeah.
If you're invulnerable to it. Ooh,
nice.
That's gonna be a ton.
Yeah.
There it is. Got the full extension too. Yeah, that's combo limit too. So there's nothing after that EXDP. That had to kill.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you'll notice the jumpings from Callisto. The jump timings, the Dragon Punch, that's a call out on Matera specifically, right? If you ever see that unique action from Matera, her only options are to press a button or block, right? So the Dragon Punch there is a pretty good option to do if somebody has forced you to block already, right? Because if you've been forced to block already, you think, oh, you can't possibly act yet.
Oh,
what a setup!
Gosh,
that had to have been OS again, I feel like.
Yeah. Callisto in very good position right here.
I would definitely agree about the setup, or the positioning right now. But finally a jump out. Skyfarer, trying to make something out of nothing in these situations. Can never count Skyfarer out. And there's that overdrive through the Dragon Punch. And that was an EX too, so the Dragon Punch is gone. That means, yeah, Skyfarer can use all the damage here into Super Skybound Art. That's going to do it. And from almost a pixel of health, from damn near nothing, Skyfarer makes it back.
I thought Callisto was in good position.
That overdrive on the EXDP completely changed the entire game. If that overdrive didn't come out on the EXDP specifically, that could have been different, because that means Callisto could have had access to another Dragon Punch, and it would have, neutered Skyfarer's offense a little bit more.
Alright, these fools are playing some Granblue.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's an anti-air. Yep.
Yeah.
That is air unblockable, son.
Yeah. Oh.
Stopping the EX launch. That means it's not available. The only thing that Callisto has available to him now is EXDP. And yeah, that's not going to matter when Skyfarer is far away. Wow, from nothing again, Skyfarer is up 2-0. I mean, that game was way more in Skyfarer, or that round was way more in Skyfarer's favor, but that went from, like, Callisto was on the game point to, yeah, I guess I'm just going to take this, no biggie.
Yeah, got a little bit too comfortable. Oh, no, don't let that frustrate you and mess up your game plan now. You got to stay solid now more than ever.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, you're right.
It seems like he's, a little bit flustered. Okay, combo limit on that one, but yeah, that's a free setup. So right there, Skyfarer whiffed the arrow specifically to make it look like Callisto could press a button, right? But there's not enough. There's not that much recovery on it, so you can still press something meaty in that situation. It's just one of those like, haha, you think you can press something here, but I'm calling you out.
That's right. I mean, let's not forget, even though Skyfarer is on tournament point right now, Callisto's cat is nice, so anything can happen right now. Somebody just got to message Callisto real quick and remind him that what their cat can do.
Yes, yes. Long after this game is dust in the wind. So the heat death of the universe. One thing will remain. Oh, and there it is. Sweep right there. Didn't recognize that the sweep was going to connect. Tried to make it safe with the fireball. So rather than get a hard knockdown, got a soft one, and is not going to have as much offensive pressure. Skyfarer now using that to the advantage. Plus frames here. And yeah, I was expecting EXTP, so just backed off. Anti-air.
Trying to open up Skyfarer, but not having any success at all.
Yeah, and that lunge came out in an inopportune spacing. One of the rare times where the spacing on lunge for Callisto was not proper.
Skyfarer playing so patient. Look at that. Oh!
With punish? Yeah, very smart from Skyfarer. And the perfect with punish, I might add. Because if there was just enough health to survive like an EX arrow, Rushdown was going to get damage before that EX arrow came out. So super good awareness right there from Skyfarer. Just incredible all around. That was an incredibly strong Grand Finals for Skyfarer.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Skyfarer made it look, a little bit easy. There was some moments where, I definitely thought that Callisto had the rounds won, but through some miracle, divine intervention, or just downright skill and knowledge, Skyfarer pulled it out.
Always skill.
Yeah, that's right. What we're talking about now. That's just downright skill right there. Skill and composure. Not cracking under pressure. So that's like the definition of composure in a nutshell.
Yeah, I mean, that had it all for Skyfarer, right? Like, composure is obviously the biggest one, because those situations where the set score could have been a little bit different and Skyfarer would have had to have won more games, but the composure was there. The proper timing on an OD defensively, or excuse me, it was offensively, because at the time, that forced Callisto to Dragon Punch prior and was already ODing. So Invincible through it, and then was able to come back from a sliver of health, right? And so that's composure right there. And and the reason why composure is so important, because if you keep your composure, you can always continue making the proper decisions that are making you win in the first place. Whereas if you have no composure, your decision making gets very sloppy. And we did not see that from Skyfarer. Right.
Again, congratulations, Skyfarer. You are the victor in this battle. But nonetheless, it was definitely a tough matches for everybody. Even though it was a 3-0, it was definitely a little bit closer than it looked, right?
That was a good ass top four, like just all around, right? Like,
absolutely. So in a moment, as we get them all queued up and ready, I think we are going to get a chance to chat with Skyfarer, the winner, but that's going to be coming up in a bit. Again, we want to thank everybody for watching and everybody who participated in the tournament as well. Matera, yes, does get a W here. I don't know if this is the first Matera to win in the league so far.
Yeah, I believe it is, because this is the first North American that didn't have a Cagliostro in Grand Finals. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure.
Right.
So yeah. In fact, it had two of the characters that a lot of people weren't looking at anymore in Grand Finals. So
excellent.
Saying.
So this was definitely some good stuff. Want to thank everybody again. I did want to see a little bit more Fairy action. Didn't get to see Fairy in Grand Finals, but that's okay. I said I really do like watching that character, but watching Skyfarer's Matera was a little bit more than what I was expecting. So thank you for that amazing play.
Yeah, no, that was amazing is definitely the right word. But yeah, so I mean that top four all around was very strong. It was the Illinois house at first. We had three Illinois in the top four, and then with the lone Canadian, and then nope, not allowed. Get out of here.
That's right, and I still like that. You said the top four was dominated by mid best, but the lone Canadian, I like that. Had to hold it down for an entire nation.
The whole place on their back.
Literally.
You can see it right here. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to tell people that are watching, too, if you do have any questions for the winner, please, place them in the chat. We might be able to grab some of them. We're just going to get a minute, and I think we should be ready to roll. See if these questions are coming in. And, if you want, I guess, yeah, I think one of the first questions I have to ask. Well, I'll wait.
Yeah, whoa, spoilers.
Whoa,
Whoa.
yeah. It's clearly going to be probably the most, difficult question to ask, but we'll see.
See, now I'm curious. See, now you got me wondering, right?
I mean, you already know you probably all already know what it's going to be, but whoops.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I have no idea. I have no idea what it is. So
just about the it's gonna be more about the opponent,
Yeah. Okay, I actually think I might know what it is now.
Yeah, of course you know what it is. Of course you know what it is now. Oh, this is weird. Yes, Farm, we're just trying to see if everything is cool.
Yeah, they're just getting set up right now, so it's no biggie. Yeah, so and I mean, you can check the bracket right now. So just to show it off for everybody,
okay.
The thing I am going to mention here in this top 4, or excuse me, top 8, Skyfarer lost 0 games the entire time.
Ooh.
So just throwing that one out there. That's very, very important to know.
Yeah, jeez, and it's been seeming that way. With these tournaments so far, there's just been somebody that just comes through and it's just like, you know what, I have something to do later. I'm just gonna try to make this as quick as possible.
I got dinner. It's my mom's birthday today.
Right, yeah. But specifically, I guess with Skyfarer on this one, not only was it not dropping a game, I would say, outside of a round or two, those games are pretty dominant.
No, I mean, I 100% agree. Skyfarer looked just emphatic throughout the entire thing. Just uncontestable almost.
Yeah. So again, everybody just sit tight for a minute. We'll be trying to get Skyfarer set up here so we can get into some of these questions.
Yeah, we're going to interview the winner.
Yep.
Yeah, and remember, you are here watching Granblue Fantasy versus a community league. It is hosted by Versus Agent. Thank you so much, Side Games, as well. And this is something that everybody can get into. This is not just a one-time thing. This is just one of many of the events that you can enter as well.
That's exactly right. Now I'm gonna put the link in there real quick.
In the chat, yeah, please. And that's gonna be bit.ly/GBVS League. All right.
Okay. Yeah, you already got it. Never mind.
I didn't put it in the chat, but I'll just. I don't look at the chat.
You don't want to curse anything?
my ego takes too many hits. You know what I'm saying? Like.
You don't want. I got you. Smart. I'll tell you, you're a smart individual. Chat can be brutal, but I notice in these cases, chat's been very good. It's just. Chusan just asking for buffs on characters. That's it. Nothing too crazy.
The classic.
Yeah.
Yo, where's my Narwhal buffs though?
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. Nothing out the norm here.
Yeah.
And I think we're still getting configured, or we might be ready now.
Yeah, looks like we got it. Ready to go. We got the young Skyfarer.
Test.
There it is. Skyfarer in the house.
Oh, yes. Skyfarer, can you hear us? Are you there?
Hello? Oh, I heard a voice.
Hello? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Oh my god, I am great. I'm speechless right now.
It sounds like you're happy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And also, I'm not gonna lie, when I made that comeback, I actually popped off.
Deservedly so. Deservedly so. Are you kidding me?
I was like, wow,
the overdrive through the DP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's either he's gonna do overdrive or DP, so I thought, okay, either OS to overdrive or just run up an overdrive. Why not?
Nice. Can you let's see? Is the volume levels okay for everybody right now?
Yeah, Skyfarer, you are a little quiet.
Really?
Yeah,
on my end.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me see if we could. Is there any possible way we might be able to lose the game audio?
That might be.
I don't know. It's pretty serene. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're chilling right now.
Yeah, but I do want to ask about that moment once we get your audio bumped up a little bit, because I mean it's obviously the turning point.
We'll recap that if we can. I just got to try to get some of this. Oh man, okay. Is it possible if you can increase the mic gain on your end?
It's at full. Now.
It's already maxed out right now.
Yeah, it's at maxed out.
Okay, hold on one second.
Callisto in chat.
Oh man, Callisto. We'll talk about Callisto soon.
Yeah, see, you already know where I was going with it. That's all I wanted to ask. That's what I wanted to ask, but yeah, let's see. Just 1 second.
I don't want to say it yet though, because it's pretty good. Hopefully Callisto will stick around to hear it.
Yeah.
Accent star in chat saying, "Tell the world how Matera sucks." Bottom one character.
I don't know about that one, but
No, definitely not.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I think everybody, especially after like the changes to the system mechanics, they knew that Matera got better. Like,
oh yeah, no, she's definitely better this patch.
Oh, I can hear you now, much better.
Oh, let's go! Hey, let's go.
There it is.
Awesome.
Excellent. Oh yeah, now you sound perfect right now.
Okay, great.
All right. So yeah, again, congratulations for taking the tournament. You were playing like an absolute monster. You did kind of mention earlier that you did pop off. Can you, before you explain the pop off, one of the questions that was burning inside me, because something that I learned today, is how would you say, how nice was BG Callisto's catalyst?
You have to put like a scale meter, or just say, his, I gotta be
on
honest
a scale
here.
Of ridiculous to nice, how nice was it?
There was one. No. There was one round when I was at I was actually worried, because I was at like I said, I was at 10% health. I was like, damn, the cat's kind of nice. I gotta step it up. I can't let this guy win. And my plan was, if I lost, I might have swapped the Very. I was thinking about it, because I wasn't sure if he knew the matchup well. I don't know, because I actually haven't played Callisto with my Fairy recently. It's just been Matera, so I figured he would be used to my Matera now. But today wasn't the case, so.
Yeah, no, I think that was a moment too. Me and Ebonic Plague were looking at it and we're like, oh, you know what? Yeah, Callisto's in a nice spot right now. There's pretty much no way he can lose this round. And then you pulled off one of the most ridiculous comebacks, man.
Yeah, I gotta ask about that comeback. So I'm just gonna recap what that was. You had about 10% health left. Callisto was running up on, or you were running up on Callisto, excuse me, and you had overdrived through his EXTP. Please talk to me about this.
I don't know. It's just kind of like a heat of the moment thing. Like the Wong factor. You just kind of in the zone, and you just know like when someone's gonna do something. Like, okay, just do it. Like, don't even think, just do it.
Yeah. I've definitely felt that before. Because like if it was not EXTP that he specifically did right there, that would have like slowed your offense down. Because then you would have had to think about DP again.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because it was EXTP. That means he no longer had the cooldown available for the next set of offense, and you smell blood in the water and you hit the gas. It was so good.
I was so happy. I was like, oh, yes, he burnt his resources. I won this.
Yeah. Well, BG Callisto does say that, Matera is a perfectly balanced character. How do you feel Matera ranks against, the rest of the cast in this game?
So I think this character is very controversial in terms of tier lists, because a lot of people say she's a lot of people say she's like bottom one, and then other people say she's broken and she's only good online. She sucks offline.
Oh my god. I see. So she's ranked differently on different tier lists. It all depends on what the metrics are here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Go ahead. Sorry, my fault.
No, it's okay. You go ahead. It's okay.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna ask. How would you say, what was your toughest match throughout the tournament, and what would you say the competition was looking like thus far?
So I was pretty nervous in going in, because I haven't really played this game that much. I've been playing other games. I'm playing Strive and I play Multiplayer and focus on those games. And I recently came back to this. The only reason why I stopped was because of there's no rollback in this game. I'm sad about that. and I wish it had rollback at some point, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. But
Got you, that's
yeah, and then a lot of my friends told me, you should enter, you get a free skin. I was like, okay, if I lose, I lose. Whatever, I get a skin.
Get something for free.
I get something for free. Why not, right? Let's just do it, right? So I ended up for the past 2 weeks just grinding this game really hard and trying to like get better.
So apparently, all you need is 2 weeks, is what you're telling me.
That's all I
Okay, well,
translation.
not about not this not like that,
I'm just messing with you.
My man said, I want a skin. Let me play for 2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, so so you were a little bit nervous. You entered, you wanted the skin, and you ended up walking away with the win. So that's actually like, that's beyond it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. But
yeah.
The one thing I wanted to add, I was kind of worried about playing Marvin and Callisto because I have played them before, and either we would go even or they beat me or I beat them, right? So I wasn't really sure, and I didn't know what was gonna happen. So I have no idea. I somehow just ended up winning. I don't know.
Yeah. So I guess that answered my next question. I was going to ask if you were surprised, by any of the competition like that. But apparently it sounds like you were a little bit surprised by it by coming.
Yeah,
out
I was. Yeah, to be honest.
So is there any other players that you might kind of predict, or I would say, since this one, you kind of walked away, you were expecting that he would have an answer for your Matera. Is there any specific character matchups off the top of your head that you just do not like?
As Matera, you mean?
Yeah.
I hate the Belial matchup with a passion. I'm not. I refuse. I refuse to play Matera in that matchup.
Okay.
Especially against someone who really knows how to play that character. Like if Zombu whipped out Belial, I would swap right to Fairy.
I totally understand that.
Because I do not like that matchup at all.
Yeah, you probably got to do a double blind versus zombie, right? Because you want Matera into CAG.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I definitely do. That matchup is pretty good for Matera, but it's also pretty good for Fairy, so I wouldn't really mind it either.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. I didn't know if you were gonna whip out Fairy at all. Whip out Fairy, but I didn't know if that was gonna happen at all. I was kind of looking forward to it. Yeah, hey, the puns just keep coming. But yeah, again, your Matera was absolutely beast to watch.
Thank you. Hope was entertaining.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what else you do with Matera. Is there any, I know, granted, maybe not everybody is able to get to the level that you got to in the 2 weeks that you played this game. Is there any advice that you have for other players out there that might be watching this, where they can go to get information on Granblue and getting to your godlike level? Only speak of facts.
Wow,
Preach.
I mean, one thing though. Okay, I did like watching Evolution, right? As you know, it was pretty good competition there, right? But I realized NA really has to step their game up. Like, we're losing to JP, we're losing to EU, right? And even Zombu didn't do as well as people thought he would. But he got top 8. He's fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But we were thinking he might win. He might get grand finals. I don't know. But as far as Vice goes, I don't want to say much here. I'm not sure. I actually don't have any words for this.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I got some. So for advice, Skyfair talked about grinding the game for about 2 weeks right before this community league, right? And had been grinding other games. One thing is exactly that, right? Grinding. You do need to sit down and practice, and then you can definitely get to the godlike level of Skyfair, right? Some of the things that you can practice is the ideas that the other characters have. What can they do? What is your strength against that? And how does your character work? And where is your character the strongest? You try to figure those things out, and you can also talk to some of the community members. You might be able to hit up some of the people. I don't know if you're super keen on talking to a bunch of people, Skyfair, but at least
I am.
There's a good number of community members that are, and so kind of try to hit up some of these people for advice. Like, what can I do about this character that I'm having trouble with? You already learned that you don't want to play Matera into Belial, right? So
yeah. I have a feeling like there's gonna be players picking Blau just for me now.
Yeah. I shouldn't have asked that. You know what we'll do? We'll just chop that out or cut that out so that nobody
Yeah,
knows.
just cut that out, you know.
Put a target on Skyfarer's back. I feel you.
Yeah. Everybody watching this right now, you didn't hear that. Just unhear what you heard earlier. You know what I'm saying? So Skyfarer, is there any shout outs or anything you wanna mention?
Shout out
get
to all
back
my
to training?
homies. Shout out to JPV. You know. Shout out to Accent Star who's in chat, and everyone who. Shout out to the Granblue community. Please join the Discord. It's very welcome community. Definitely join. You learn a lot from players, and myself included. I do give a lot of advice in chat. Right. You know, I'm pretty helpful. I'm just usually very busy in my life right now, and I don't really have much time. So I'm not really paying attention to Discord anymore. But I am there. So if you ping me, if you want to ask for any advice or anything, just let me know. But
okay.
Yeah.
And did you already shout out the Discord specifically? Which Discord?
Did
you mention that?
The NA PC competitive one.
Got you.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Just let people know.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Skyfarer, and again, congratulations. The Matera play was phenomenal, and
Thank you.
can't wait to see what you do as you advance in this league, man.
All right. Thank you. It's great talking
Thank
to you
you.
guys. All right. Peace.
Well, Ebonic, this was quite the tournament. Yeah, thank you again so much. As always, this was a good one. This is definitely a fun one here, and we want to thank everybody at home that was able to tune in and watch. Don't forget, we are running these tournaments all the time. Please go to bit.ly/GBVS League to find out more information and to see if there's time for you to sign up for one of these tournaments so you too can enter for a skin, practice for 2 weeks, and walk away with a win. I got nothing else. Anything else you want to say, Ebonic Plague, before we sign out?
No, just thanks so much everybody for coming to the Granblue Fantasy versus Community League stream. And just like Mike Ross said, make sure to check out the bit.ly/GBVS League to enter. And we will see you on the next one.
All right, y'all. Take care.